Hello there, everyone. I'm Greg Scher, joined by Darren Ahearn from the Ahearn team of RE/MAX Results. This is an impressive individual. You've been in the business literally since you were a teenager. Tell us about it.
Yes, I have. I started off when I was about 14, 15 years old. My parents were involved with a concrete company called FHL. It was right here in the Baltimore metropolitan region. And we had worked for many builders. And so from that time, by the time I was 17 years old, I was already having quite a few different employees and crews to be able to have to worry about and run. And so it was a great time, built it up to about a $20 million company. And so I got a lot of experience to be able to see how homes were built at that time. But it's very, very different than doing real estate as an agent, though.
Oh, yeah. So let's get into that. How did it come to be? How did you end up here as one of the more successful agents in the state of Maryland and also Pennsylvania?
So after college, I had come back and I worked with lots of teenagers. I was not in the industry. I had some different business ventures I was involved in. But I just didn't quite find my niche. And so what happened is the guy that was helping me to buy my house, he had asked me one day, just standing outside, "Hey, Darren, if you were doing anything else, what would you do?" Mm-hmm. And as a joke, I said to him, "Oh, I'd sell real estate like you." Uh-huh. And so it wasn't long later that his family had called me. They were very successful agents, and they wanted me to help out and get their life a little bit organized and just do some marketing and things like that for them. And so that's what I did. I began to go in part-time on a basis to just help them out freelance, since I was already working in some other ventures and things like that.
And you've been battle-tested too. You've been in this business now on the real estate side as an agent for 15 years. So you've seen the economic downturn. You've made it all the way back. You've sold short sales. Safe to say there's not a situation you haven't come across?
That's correct, Greg. It's been quite a ride from I guess 2002 or 3 or so is when I got licensed and I started to help with the team that I was with. They asked me to join them, and from that time on, as we know, the market was just kind of going sky high. 2005 and 6, it was pretty easy, and then things had changed and it kind of crashed at that point. And from that point on, they had retired out, and what I had done is I had started my own team. Had done about 90 short sales during that time to just literally survive. And so we had rode through that whole thing, and our team had grown. And then after that period of time, we just it's been really good. It's been really good.
So what can someone expect in dealing with you and your team once they have you on board as their partner in either selling or buying real estate?
Yep. What they expect right away, is all the years of experience that I've had in all the different situations. This is actually one of the most complex transactions and biggest purchases that a seller or, a buyer's ever going to take. And of course, the biggest transaction with a seller selling their most valuable asset in their mind is their property. Yeah,
so there are some pitfalls that people should be mindful of when selling a home, for instance. Why don't you just name one or two off the top of your head?
Well, with selling a home, the biggest thing everybody wants to know from us is how much money can I get for my property, right?
Yeah, sure.
And the first thing I always say is, look, I'm not the one buying it, right? But we got to be compelling. You've got to have a plan to be able to make sure that the public out there and the buyers are going to be compelled to want to see your home. And so therefore, I think the skills and the knowledge of knowing the communities and the market and the trends and what is happening is probably one of the most valuable keys that we bring to the table, my team and I, that we work together on. And so, I say, hey, it's the price is what people want to know, and that is the one thing that makes the world go round. You have got to get that right, but there's a lot of other things, Greg, that are so important to make sure with staging and pre-home inspections or many other avenues that we take that our team provides to make sure that a seller is going to stand out above the competition and they're going to get what they want.
Yeah, because you really have one shot in the beauty pageant, right?
That's it. This is a beauty contest. You don't get a second chance. Most buyers, when they walk into a property, they know in the first 2-3 minutes if this is the right fit for them or not.
Well, let's talk about buyers for a minute. What's some advice you have for buyers out there?
Number one, for buyers, some of the things that we have found is, Greg, there's hundreds and hundreds of internet sites where buyers can go on and, of course, find all the different data and things like that. And what happens is they almost feel like they know as much as we do as real estate professionals, right? And that's okay. But the biggest pitfall we find is that this is so complex and there's a lot of things that someone doesn't really know. And that's why we're here. That's right. Our job is to have the heart of a teacher and to educate and to help and walk them through this very difficult process because there are a lot of pitfalls. There are a lot of things that they just don't know about yet until you get there.
Well, you have a lot of experience, and anyone that wants to get a hold of that experience, Darren Ahearn from the Ahearn team of RE/MAX Results, how can someone get a hold of you that wants to either buy or sell real estate or just learn more about the process for down the road?
Yep. Best way to reach me is my cell phone. It's 240-344-1713. Or you can go on my website, which has a huge amount of information that we put on there to be able to help through the whole process as well. And that's under DarrenAhearn.com.
Oh, well, Darren, you have a lot to offer, and clearly you have as much experience as anyone in the business. Really appreciate your time, and hopefully those of you that are interested in buying or selling real estate or just learning more about the process will reach out to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it. Yep, you got it.